Hello, everybody. Graham Elwood, Political Vigilante. We are live. It is Tuesday, June 30th, 2020. Give me a quick sec. Going to put some other things together, and we'll get right into the show. Share this on your social media, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Show business. Late night show business. What's up, Adam Gray? What's up? Good morning. Berg, how are you? I watched your 1997-2001 stand-ups after the stream last night, and they were awesome. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Brett Y, hello. That was weird. Hello, citizens of Gotham. Share this on your social media, ladies and gentlemen. Roger Williams is the sixth wealthiest congressman, worth $60 million. He owns a car dealership in Texas. He received small business COVID funds. Oh, of course he did. Oh man, crazy. Give me a quick sec. I'll be right back, folks. Share this on your social media. That'll get more people here. And of course, the great way to support the show is hit the super chats. What Zachary did. Zachary, I'll answer your question in a sec here. I'll be right back. I want to push this out too on the Instagram. Just let everybody know what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Let everybody know. Oh. All right, hold on. Hold on, citizens. All right, hold on. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we lost it all of a sudden. This cable blows. Hello. I gotta get it. I'm doing it tomorrow. Keep having mic cable problems. I'm getting it fixed tomorrow. I just haven't had a chance to go to the place that sells these things. I was excited when you were talking about extreme sports since I watched your album, so I saw physically you do that routine. God, art, awesome, man. Thank you. Can Granny give her thoughts on the crazy KKK couple with the guns? So I talked a lot about that couple last night on the stream, and a clip from that is going to drop on the show, so check that out. Yeah, the good way to bypass the YT notification bug is to follow on Insta and turn off the notifications here. Yeah, I tell you hit the bell notification button, but it's really like, they don't notify everybody, so I always tell, follow me on social media at Graham Elwood on Instagram, at Graham Elwood on Twitter, and that's where I announce when I'm going live. So a mic stand instead of a cable would probably work. Well, no. The cable will just stop. It'll just so there's, if the cable just you barely touch it and it goes out, then there's a problem with the cable. Every cable should be able to handle a little touching. See, it started to crickle when I did that. That means it's a bad cable. And if it's on a mic stand, it won't move. But every mic cable should be able to handle that. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, it should be able to handle that. And if it can't, it's a bad cable. Mic stand's good too, but it's gonna take. See, already it's going bad again. See? Hello. Yeah, that's a bad cable. That's a bad cable. So when are you planning to do Rockfin this week and look at my Venmo chats, Graham? Oh yeah, I saw them. Yeah, I will. Maybe tomorrow. Yeah, it's just I tried to do the simulcast yesterday, it didn't work. XLR cables are shed loads of coaxial annoying stuff. Yes. Try tightening the connector housings. Okay, yeah. I needed this stream tonight. Thanks for coming on. You got it, Snowy Taco. Ban Trump and Biden social media accounts. Yeah, just ban both these political parties, these utterly corrupt political parties. Do that. Ban those folks. Let's go here now real quick. All right, hold on. I just put it. Here we go. Let me just retweet this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the political live stream. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Charles Booker lost. Yeah, I saw that. I am still rocking the 1980s high school gym mic. This is a lounge mic, ladies and gentlemen. This is a late night lounge. This is a game show mic, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we did salvage last night's bugs, Mark. We made it. We made it work. Couple of super chats here, folks. Great way to support the show. Go to the super chat. Do what Zachary Tietjen has done. Hit that little dollar icon. You can support the show. Even $1. If everybody on the stream just did $1, that would help. So here's the question. Thoughts on the couple with the guns outside their home? You should go on Tim Pool's show and set. He's been going off the deep end. Yeah, it was crazy watching that. I talked about it last night. It's just like, it was just the typical, like, showing what a racist really is. A bunch of black people came into your gated community, and white people. The Black Lives Matter protests are very diverse, but they just, you know, even seeing more than just one black person, a whole swarm of people, and they got their gun and they just reacted with crazy fear. That's why you live in a gated community, for starters. You don't want them getting close. Well, we know what that means. People were just walking by their house. Nobody was threatening them. Nobody said. They were just walking by their house. They were going to the mayor's house to protest her because she gave out the addresses of some Black Lives Matter protesters. And they're like, that's bullshit. So we're coming to your house. You gave out their address, and those people got death threats and everything else. So we're going to come to your house. And this couple came out and just sitting there with their guns. And that girl, that dumb Karen holding her gun all stupid, was like, pfft. They're like, they threatened us. Nobody knew or cared about you until you came out of your house with guns. And it's so dumb because all they had to do, they claim to be civil rights lawyers. Well, they've donated thousands of dollars to Trump. So if you're donating money to Trump, you're a racist. I'm sorry. You can say you voted for him in the last election as a fuck you vote, as a protest, as I hated Hillary. Okay, fine. But if you're still supporting this guy now, who's saying all this blatantly racist stuff, who's just, you know, that rally in Tulsa. I mean, come on, all these dog whistles for neo-Nazis. I'm sorry, man. And then you show up with your gun. Trump says in a speech, we're going to restore order, even our Second Amendment friends. Oh, come on. If a bunch of white Second Amendment people marched through your gated community to go to the mayor's house so they could put their masks on, you would have joined them. You wouldn't have been afraid of them. Give me a break, man. And the thing that's if you're supposedly civil rights lawyers, they're like, well, they're defending a black man that got the shit beat out of him by the St. Louis Police Department. Then why didn't you join the protest? If you're such civil rights lawyers, you should have been like, yep, walked out of your house with a Black Lives Matter sign and a I can't breathe, and like, we're joining, and people would have cheered you. People would have cheered you. You came out, you reacted with fear. That's why people own guns. I got to have a gun for protection. Come on. There's a difference between like, oh, I'm a hunter, I'm a gunner, I live on a ranch, you know, there's coyotes, might eat my livestock, versus we need a gun for protection. And that's what that dumb Karen did. It was so stupid. And that's just like, they're racists. And like, oh, they smashed property. No. They show the video of the people opening the gate, just coming into the gated community. And then that couple took a photo saying that the gate got smashed. All right. You probably smashed it yourself. See, that's what showing up with guns creates more tension and problems. That's what it does. It's like the second week of the protests, especially in Los Angeles and other cities, the cops hung back. There was no violence because the cops didn't show up. The first week of when the cops show up with riot gear and automatic weapons, like that white couple, the Karen couple, people are like, fuck you. Imagine if you were walking down my street protesting. No weapons, but protesting. You weren't happy about something, and I came out of my house with a gun. Who are you? You know? Who are you? Like, I'd love to see that white couple walk down the street in a black neighborhood without their guns and just protest and see how they felt. It's so ridiculous. If they would have walked out of their house, they could then join that protest. People would have cheered them and high-fived them and said, right on. They were like, I'm a civil rights lawyer and we're fighting for the people. Going, oh, you're defending that guy? Awesome. That's all you had to do. But instead you came out with fear and dumb guns. And you live in a mansion. So if you're a civil rights lawyer, it sounds to me like maybe you're an ambulance chaser. You're just defending that guy because you could probably get a big settlement from the city. Not because because if you truly believed in people's civil rights and you thought black people were unfairly treated by the police, you wouldn't be donating money to the Trump campaign. So I can find all of your hypocrisy and lies in about 30 seconds of an online search. So that's what I think of that couple. And they look like idiots online. They look so ridiculous. That we were threatened. They said they were going to kill our dog. Oh, God, you're just lying. You're just lying. You can tell when somebody's lying. Just say I'm a scared, dumb white guy. That's why I live in a gated community and a gun, because I'm scared. Because I watch Fox News and I'm fed all this bullshit and I'm scared. And MSNBC and CNN feeds a lot of people bullshit to keep America scared. They want us divided, distracted, and afraid. And the media jumps all over that because the media is pushing this black-white race war when in fact it's really a class war. I mean, not to deny the racists and that there's a lot of racism in this country, but the media never shows the diversity of the protests. They won't show that. So the media has to keep pushing this because they need to keep us divided. Those people are racist. They're white. They have white privilege, and they live in a gated community in a mansion. Civil rights, really? You could live in a little 2-bedroom apartment or a condo or something like that, and then spend the rest of your money buying, putting homeless people, giving them dignity. And I'm sure they call themselves Christians. We're Second Amendment Christians. Well, Jesus said, thou shalt not kill doesn't mean you own an automatic weapon. So you're not even a good Christian. Should have joined that protest. Instead, you walked out of your house with a gun, which just told everybody exactly who you are. Scared, white, racists, and wealthy. So deep down, you know it ain't right. You know it's not right. You know living that way when there's people who can't afford to pay their bills isn't right. You know it. But you keep buying more stuff. You don't need a bigger house. They probably have rooms they don't even use. I've been in houses like that. There's all these rooms and all this stuff they never use. It's just fancy stuff to show off. And I just look at his tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And I go, you have all this money. You could help people out. I live in a 1-bedroom rent-controlled apartment. I have very modest stuff. And there's times I feel like, oh, God, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I have too much stuff. You're not good Christians. Carl Knight, what's up, Carl? Shave your knuckles for justice. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. 144 people watching, 33 likes. Hey, Graham, what's new, brother? Not much, dude. Just doing the show. Going 5 nights a week, Ever since the pandemic, since the lockdown, since the shutdown, since the bing boom. So that's been really cool. These Christians wouldn't know Jesus if he kicked them in the dick. Well, they'd probably shoot him then. If Jesus walked up under their door, they'd see some homeless-looking guy. We had to defend our stuff. We saw him washing the feet of the poor, and we're like, who's this gypsy? Because Jesus was a person of color. Wasn't a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white guy. So they absolutely would show up with guns. Yeah. More hypocritical lies from the jackwagons of America. Carl Knight again. Shave your knuckles for justice. Carl, thank you for supporting the show. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of car do you drive? What's it like to drive in LA? I live in Ohio. Driving isn't very stressful. I have an electric car, which I'm going to probably get rid of soon because the lease is up. And I like it. I don't know that I need it right now with all the shutdown. It's electric. I don't like giving. I got an electric car because I was like, I just can't give the oil companies my money anymore. And I know the electric car is not the long-term solution to climate change. I know there's a lot of natural resources, materials, and cobalt and all these minerals and stuff that have to go into the battery. I know it's just it's an interim step, but I just couldn't give the oil companies money anymore, just that directly. Just like put the card in, scan it, pump, like it was just too much. So yeah, that's what I drive. And the driving in LA, well, now it hasn't been stressful during the quarantine because there's no you can get all over the city in 25 minutes because there's nobody going to work. So oh, thank you for supporting the show. Even $1, Herbs. Yeah, they would definitely shoot Jesus. Need a pedal assist bike with a surfboard trailer. I actually have a bike. My little beach cruiser bike has one of these racks. It's like a J. These two like basically poles, these racks, and they're like this, basically like two of them that are hook onto the side, and then you just slide your board in. It's pretty awesome. Shave your ducker said Arb, Sued, Grab, Riley Rage. Dark skinned male, long hair, spotted flipping tables at capitalists, use of deadly force authorized. Yeah, that's exactly how they would treat. You should get a car that runs on knuckle hairs. Absolutely. I know there's cars run on hydrogen fuel cells. Don't know how much better they are. Yeah, a friend of mine has one of those. They would call Jesus a Russian asset. Yep. Gamer for life. I got to get some sleep, guys. Have a good night. You got it. The methane heads of their fingers in the hydrogen industry at the moment. Yeah. No notification again. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't know what to tell you about that. Hit the like button, folks. Hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. What up from Moss Beach? Luke 9:23, and he said to them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. Yep. Ventura Johnson 2020. What's it going to take? I know. It's insane. Hello, Alex. Folks, great way to support the show. Go to the super chat button. Also, I know money's tight for some people. So the free ways to support the show is if you watch my show, let the ads play all the way through. When you click skip ad, I don't get paid. Make sure you've hit the subscribe button. They have literally frozen me at 69,200 some subscribers. It's stuck there. It's insane. They're unsubscribing people. So you might have been unsubscribed. That's why you're not getting a notification. So make sure you, and I know people have like had to subscribe to my channel numerous times. So it's really, I should have crossed 70,000 subscribers or what. I should be at like 80, 90,000 subscribers right now. So, you got it, Carl. I'm glad you liked the show. So, yeah, so I'm complete, like, the majority of my funding comes from all of you. That's how I keep the show going. And I understand, you know, we've got high unemployment and the pandemic and all that stuff. So I wish I was making more money off the ads off YouTube, but YouTube just keeps screwing with me and throttling with me. And then Rockfin, if you're like money's tight and you can't support all these different Patreons of people, I totally get that. But Rockfin is a great alternative. So Rockfin is $10 a month and you get access to every content creator's premium content. Jimmy Dore just joined Rockfin. I think he's on vacation. When he gets back, I'm sure he'll start posting more. So for $10 a month, you get me, Kim Iverson, Jimmy, Convo Couch, Nico House, Ron Placone, some other people, Jackson Facts, and you get that all for $10 a month, and it's blockchain and it's cryptocurrency, so it's a really cool platform because we all get paid in crypto. So Rockfin mines, they create their own crypto and pay us in it, so we're all owners, so a big company like Google can't come in and buy it. It literally, they would have to buy up every single one of these coins, you know. So, yeah, Schulte, they're Schulte 100. They're screwing us hard. This just ends. Jesse Ventura is still not running. I know. I don't know why. This is such a critical moment in history. Yeah. Big Texan, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Thank you for supporting the show by hitting the super chat icon, folks. More likely, aliens or Epstein killed himself? Aliens. It's more likely that aliens killed him rather than he killed himself. There is zero chance he killed himself. It did not happen. Now, was he killed in prison? Did they take him out of there? I don't like debating that too much because it's one of the things that, like, Maria Farmer said in her interview with Whitney Webb. She's like, people, you know, debating, was he murdered? Did the CIA extract him? Is he living somewhere? Does Mossad have him? That's another distraction. Getting everybody to debate. We all know he didn't kill himself. We know that. But the real thing is the billionaires that are in his black book, and none of them have been even questioned, let alone charged. And that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. All right, let's answer some let's do a segment. All right. Luke 25, for what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away? That sounds like some socialism to me, man. I'm going to get my gun and shoot you. Things I don't understand, I just shoot. I get a gun and I shoot. I don't like it, I shoot. You're different. Shoot, gun, shoot, shoot, gun. Different, scared, shun, gun, shoot, shoot, gun. I'm a dumb Karen. Oh, gun, gun, shoot, shoot, gun. Scared, me scared, gun, shoot, shoot, gun. Too much logic. Logic make brain hurt. Get gun, shoot, logic. Brain hurt. Maybe shoot brain. Oh, no, that's bad. Shoot, you lied to me. Shoot, gun, gun, shoot. Gun, gun, shoot. Russia. Gun, gun, shoot. Let me answer this super chat. Little Rock Elevators. What's up? Shave your knuckles for justice. Hit the like button, folks. Do you believe these landlords would evict people out of their homes come tomorrow? Some people still haven't gotten their checks yet. Yeah, this is why our government has completely failed us. Tomorrow is July 1st. So this is now the 4th month. People have been told they can't work. Some businesses have slowly started to open up. They're going to start evictions. Even if they legally can't, they're going to push it as much as they can. The big companies are going to do it, but I feel bad for like the small business owner landlord who's like, oh, you know, me and my spouse own a couple, you know, we own a condo that we rent out, or we own a little 3-4 bedroom apartment complex or whatever. And what do they get? You know, they have mortgage payment to pay, and then the people in the unit can't pay. This is where the federal government should have come in and helped everybody out, like they did in so many other countries. They should have said, federal government should have come and said, look, lockdown, nobody can work, nobody can go outside, stay home. We're going to pay your rent for 4 months, and we might extend it. We're going to give everybody $3,000 a month UBI, and everybody gets free health care. Everyone would be fine. We would have flatlined it. We would have instead, well, kind of open, half open up too soon. Now our numbers are spiking. Now we're going to, and we got to close everything down again. It's unbelievable how dumb this country is. Senate Democrat primary results here in Colorado are fucking fraudulent. Yep. And no one's going to scream about that. We should be screaming about our elections are rigged. They're fraudulent. They're cheating. It's awful. And tie it into Black Lives Matter and defund the police. Because how are we going to affect change legislatively if the elections are fixed? How are we going to vote to defund the police and reallocate that money for social services if we don't even get a fair vote? This is how we got to tie that in. All these fraudulent primaries are coming. We're seeing all these things. This happened all throughout the Democratic primary. People are like, oh, they just let it slide and Trump's so evil and bad and they're going to give the Democratic Party a pass. You cannot give the Democratic Party a pass. You want to defund the police? In Los Angeles, right? I've used this example before. We have $3.1 billion of the city's total operating budget goes for the LAPD. 54% of our budget. Who's in charge of this city? Democrats. Eric Garcetti is a Democrat. Jackie Lacey, the district attorney, will not prosecute cops. She is a Democrat. So if we have fraudulent elections, how can we even vote these people out? How can we even vote on a ballot measure that says, let's cut the... let's say there's just a ballot measure that was going to cut LAPD's budget in half and take $1.5 million and give it to homeless, drug treatment, job outreach, schools, affordable housing, all this stuff, right? And then the $1.5 billion that is kept for the police department, that gets restructured where we traffic officers don't carry guns. They pull you over and say, hey, you were going too fast. We want to keep you safe. So you're not scared when you're getting pulled over because they don't even have a gun. They just have a little citation, little fine, go to traffic school because we want you to be a better driver, because when you're a better driver and you drive more safe, it's safe for you, it's safe for everybody. So that's what the traffic laws are for public safety, right? So that's what you do. You have homeless outreach people that are EMTs and trained in mental illness. So cops aren't doing that. You have cops that actually do police work. Organized crime, domestic violence, bank robbery, sex trafficking rings, provided the cops aren't participating in it, like the Milwaukee police. So, there's a lot of ways to restructure, but that's my point. And that should be allowed. We should be allowed to vote on that. And our system is broken. So this notion, especially by liberals or Democrats who are like, well, look, the Democratic Party's not perfect. No, you should be screaming just as loud about the corruption, because how are you going to get police reforms? How are you going to vote to get civilian oversight of our police department so that the cops that murdered George Floyd in Minneapolis, how are you going to hold them accountable if you can't even get a fair election to do so? This is why people, this end police brutality, defund the police, Black Lives Matter protests are critical, but everyone needs to understand how everything is connected. And if we don't, we're going to miss it. Because they're going to just try to they're already starting in LA. They're trying to just hand out little reform measures, little table scrap reforms. And so you should be screaming for free elections. You should be, why can't we vote online? Oh, it's too hackable. Really? I can submit my taxes. Every single American can file electronically through the IRS's website. So they figured out how to make that safe. It has your social security number and all this sensitive financial information. That's safe. That's not hacked all the time. That's completely safe. You have all these banks, huge banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, all these massive banks doing literally trillions of dollars in transactions every day, and that's safe. How often is a bank hacked? I mean, if that was happening on a regular, none of us would be banking online. We would all be like, no, I'm good. They figured that out. They figure out all these safe, secure ways to manage money and our taxes, but they can't seem to do a safe, fair, legal, unhackable way for everybody to vote. Imagine that. If instead of Congress voting on this and that, the people voted. Imagine that. there's a way to do all this. They keep telling us it's impossible because this current system, it's broken for the 99%, but it works perfectly for the ruling class. This is what they want. So if you want to defund the police, which I support, if you want to have police oversight, you want to prosecute cops that murder unarmed people, then you need to be fighting equally for free and fair elections. And currently, they are completely rigged. They purge votes. They use electronic voting machines that they know are hackable. They keep hackable machines in there. It's by design. So this is why I'm trying to connect all of the dots for everybody and see this. You want to vote down private prisons? Then you need complete election reform. The reason we have a for-profit prison system is we have a deliberately broken election system where money can get in, where private prison companies can buy politicians, and they buy politicians in both parties. You understand this? I hope you really understand this, because you need to get this. And you need to talk to your other activist friends. When you're talking on social media, relate all of these together. Get out of this either or thing. This is all connected. The reason systemic racism is allowed to continue this long is because of this deliberately broken election system. We should have voted these idiots out years ago, decades ago. Joe Biden shouldn't be our candidate. The guy who wrote the 1994 crime bill. Trump shouldn't be president. Can you imagine if we had a presidential election where there was like 3 or 4 candidates and we all liked them and we're like, this is my first choice. And we all get to, what if we all got to vote on all these bills and there had a limit of like 5,000 words per bill? You couldn't pack in all this extra bullshit. And we all got to read them and we all got to vote online. And there was a deadline to vote and we were all registered vote and we could vote from anywhere in the world as long as we were American citizens. There's a reason it's not that easy. There's a reason millions of people can vote for American Idol every goddamn Sunday. But we can't seem to figure out how Americans vote on their own country and their own democracy and the allocation of our tax money. We can't seem to figure that out. Weird. Weird. Shave your knuckles for justice. All right, folks, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's do a segment, gang. That was kind of a segment, but let's do one. Let's do a segment. Let's do a segment. Hold on. I need to get some water. Hello, citizens of Gotham. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Share this on your social media. Let the world know that we're here speaking truth. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Listen, fat. Sorry. I thought I was Joe Biden for a second. So we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? And the CARES Act gave Wall Street $4.25 trillion in bailout money, while we're all have only gotten $1,200. And if you get unemployment, you're lucky. Consider yourself lucky. So we're all talking, we got to find a vaccine, Okay. Well, guess what's happening? There's a company coming close to a COVID-19 vaccine, and they were given tax money, our tax money for the research, but now they want to charge us $3,000 a dose. You read that right. This was in Jacobin. Unbelievable. The U.S. public paid to develop this COVID-19 drug. It will cost $3,000 a dose. This is by David Sirota. Unbelievable. The link to this article is in the show notes. Read it over yourself. I thought, I was like, no, this was on Twitter. I'm like, $3,000? Come on. No. Oh, no. Nope. Not a misprint. The American public helped pay for the development of remdesivir, a COVID-19 drug. The same American public will now be charged $3,000 for a treatment, and a treatment that experts say will cost less than $10. The amount of balls you got to have to do a 300% increase, if my math is correct. This is the pharmaceutical industry. Don't care. Are they out of touch that Americans can barely pay their bills? I don't know that they're out of touch. They don't care. They probably are aware people can barely pay their bills. They don't care. They don't. This is how insane this country is. Did this just happen overnight? Right? Oh, people want to Trump. Look what Trump's letting happen. Oh, wait. If this was just Trump, Obama would have given us free health care. Bush, Clinton, Bill Clinton would have given us free health care. And then we could say, oh, it's awful Trump because he's trying to get rid of free health care, right? But there's a reason we've never had free health care. There's a reason we've never had it ever in the richest country in the history of the world, because this is allowed to happen. But let's roll the clock back to 25 years ago. Gee, probably was all more evil Republicans screwing us over. Oh, no, guess what, kids? This is going to come as a shocker. Both parties have been equally screwing us. The story begins 25 years ago when the Clinton administration, people who think the Clintons are like good people are mystifying. Just because you hear right-wingers smear the Clintons doesn't then automatically make them good. The Clinton administration rescinded a rule that required pharmaceutical companies to charge Americans reasonable prices for medicines developed at government expense. Doesn't that just seem like, am I crazy? Oh, if the federal government is going to give you money, then you need to keep the price low. So when I hear like regular people, middle class, working class people go, oh, how are we going to pay for Medicare for all? It's amazing to see them just regurgitate literally big pharmaceutical company talking points. Medicare for all will help you. Working class, poor people, poor white people, working class white people, this will benefit you. Red state, rural voters, Medicare for all will help you. This is what happens. And if you're a Republican watching this going, see the Democrat. No. Both parties screw us over. Look, the healthcare industry they literally spend the same amount of money with both parties. It doesn't matter. This like two-party system is a joke. There's two classes in this country, the ruling class and all of us. And they allow this crap to happen. Right? The Obama administration refused Democratic lawmakers' demand to invoke existing federal laws to force down the price of critical medicines. The Obama administration. So remember now, this vote any blue will do crowd, Joe Biden was the vice president. Joe Biden, who is against Medicare for all. Joe Biden, who gets money from the healthcare lobby and big pharmaceutical companies. None of this stuff I'm making up. Neoliberals get mad at me when I say this because I'm just giving you the facts. When I give you the facts about the Democrats, neoliberals get mad at me and tell me to stop saying this. Literally blaming the messenger. Like, it's just as ridiculous. Like, when neoliberals do that, it's just as preposterous as the right-wingers who are like, I'm a Christian, that's why I carry a gun. Oh, I thought the Bible says thou shalt not kill. Shut up, queer. Like, it's just as crazy as the neoliberals who were like, Graham, stop bad-mouthing Obama. I'm not bad-mouthing. I didn't write this. This is a fact. He did this. I'm just telling you what he did. You're blaming the messenger. Like, I imagine neoliberals, when they're feeling sick and they take their temperature and pull it out and see, oh my God, I got 102 temperature. They're probably like, this goddamn thermometer, smash. Anybody that uses thermometers, you're helping fevers win. No. But don't worry, kids. The GOP is just as equally evil in this scenario. The GOP also blocked legislation to let Medicare use its purchasing power to negotiate lower prices for prescription drugs. This is how Medicare works. People, oh, it's so evil. Here's what Medicare works. People say, oh, you want to go to a government-run hospital? No, you won't have to go to a government-run hospital. Here's how Medicare works, right? If you're over the age of whatever it is, 65, and you get Medicare, so you go to the doctor, you get the doctor of your choosing, not in network, out of network, just whatever doctor you want to go to. Big fancy hospital right down the street, local doctor you like, whatever. They charge, let's say the procedure is $2,000. Medicare, the government comes in and negotiates and said, no, we're only going to pay whatever, $600. Okay. That's why the healthcare companies don't like it. And it's the same thing with prescriptions. Right? Your doctor says you need this prescription. You go to the pharmaceutical company wants to charge you $3,000. Medicare would come in and say, no, it's $10. That's why Medicare for all is the best for everyone. Whenever both parties are against something, that's when you know it's good for the people. Bipartisan support means we're all getting screwed. So the point of this article is, this section of it, is that there already could be rules in place making this impossible for somebody to charge $3,000, especially during a pandemic. And they literally these assholes sat in a boardroom and went, wow, people are so scared of COVID. We'll let the numbers spike over the winter and then people will be lining up to give us $3,000 a dose. And all of that reflecting the lobbying and campaign contributions and indomitable bipartisan power of the pharmaceutical industry in Washington. That's what I've just been telling you. That's what's in this article. I just want to go back to an article I found in 2018 showing the money that is put into politics by this industry. How much has pharma given in each cycle? Over the course of 6 election cycles, pharmaceutical political action committees, PACs, have given nearly $79 million to members of Congress. 2008, 11, 10, 12, right? Every 2 years. This is right when Affordable Care Act was getting done. Look how much they kept dumping it in there. That's why this is Obama's years. Let's be real clear here. Obama and the Democrats had the House and the Senate. And we were sold through MSNBC's propaganda machine and CNN. Oh, these obstructionist Republicans. No. Both parties lined up to prevent us from having a public option in the Affordable Care Act. We could have had single payer health care. Could have had Medicare for all. Instead, we got Romney Care. Obamacare is Mitt Romney's plan, basically, which is a Republican health care plan. That's why Joe Biden is a Republican. Trump's awful. I don't like him. He's horrible. He's racist. He's awful. But okay, these are these two-party systems. You should be done with both of these parties. All these protests for Black Lives Matter is awesome. It's awesome, and we're seeing real change happen. Let's keep that massive unity around all of these issues. Who's suffering more from COVID-19? The Black community. The Latino community, the Native American community. I did a video on how the Navajo Nation, they don't have as good access to health care. Look at these numbers. This is all Obama's 2 terms. And this is 2018. This is only half of the year. So probably going to have we're going to have a COVID, but it's going to cost you $3,000. Oh, but your health insurance will come in and it'll only cost you $1,500. Are you kidding me? So this is how psychotic they are. Rather than we want to stop this and vaccinate the Marco, the polio vaccine was free for everybody. They gave it to everybody because they wanted to eradicate polio. Yeah, we'll just make a bunch of money from it, and the people that can't afford it, they'll die. Great. That's their thinking. That is their thinking. And they buy off both parties, and both parties are equally corrupt and take the money, and nobody gives a shit. What is clear is that for many Americans, the price will be significantly higher than the one charged to customers in other countries, whose governments, unlike Medicare, are permitted to negotiate lower prices for all their residents. That's why they spend so much money in this country, because other countries have all these regulations. Regulations are good for the people. When I hear regular working class, oh, we don't need regulations, it's bad for business, you're just repeating what a billionaire wants you to think. You have literally been drinking the Kool-Aid of billionaires telling you that low regulation is good for the CEOs. It's not good for the worker. It's not good for the average American. It's not good for the middle class family, the working class family in America. This is not good. Tell me who can afford a $3,000 dose? Even if your insurance cuts in at $1,500, it should cost you $10. It really should be free, quite honestly. And this is from the CEO of Gildan, this company that's going to do this. This is this idiot. Well, not an idiot, but a weasel and a parasite. We need to protest outside of his home. We need to find out where this CEO lives and protest. We know where the White House is. We know where Congress is. We need to protest. Both parties. Look, protesters, do not think the Democratic Party is going to come save you. This is what they do. They sign on board with this kind of crap. 2 Democratic presidents have allowed this to help allowed this to happen. On top of course, Bush did too. Republicans are evil jackasses with this crap. In making our decision on how to price remdesivir, we considered the full scope of our responsibilities. And one of them is one of our responsibilities is how do we stick it to the American people and so we can all have another private jet. We started with our immediate responsibility to ensure price is in no way a hindrance to ensuring rapid and broad treatment. Do you even know what you're saying? It's literally like me going, I would never tell the viewers of Political Vigilante to fuck off. I would never do that. I would never hold the middle finger to the viewers of this fine program. Everybody here at Political Vigilante cares about the sanctity of our viewers, and I would never insult the viewers at all by holding up a middle finger or telling them I would never do that. That goes against our core mission statement. I would never do that. That's why we're committed to a good dialogue with Political Vigilante viewers, and I don't want any of them to feel offended at all. That's literally what he just did. I don't want this to be a hindrance. Do you know what $3,000, do you understand numbers? Or, God, they don't even know what, they don't care. They don't care. They're out of control sociopaths. Nuts. They're done. Eat the rich. Get rid of them. We're done. We can't have them. We can't have them. He did not mention that we reported way back in April, various government grants financed tens of millions of dollars of the remdesivir research. So he's trying to claim, hey, we had to go out of pocket on this. That's why it's $3,000. We got to recoup costs. No, you didn't. So they're screwing us twice. They took our tax dollars to pay for the research, and then they're going to jam us with a $3,000 price tag. A company decided to stop paying its drivers, so one of them parked his truck on the owner's Ferrari and left it there. Interesting way to park. There are not 2 parties in this country, folks. There's 2 classes. There's the ruling class and all of us. And they profit from systemic racism. They profit from for-profit prisons, a for-profit healthcare system that literally kills people that don't have money. And it's even more. If you're a poor working class person, if you're poor and white, it's even worse for you. If you're poor and a person of color, it's even worse than that. So all of these issues are connected. I really want to make that point clear. This is why we need to defund the police. This is why we need to get our elections and our government back, because this is what happens when we let these 2 utterly corrupt systems happen. Bunch of Democratic mayors are are not in favor of defunding the police. Just like all these Democrats just let these pharmaceutical companies, they got rid of the regulation. They rescinded it. You come here for the truth, folks, because I ain't going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not. I might get it wrong, and I might say something you don't agree with, but I'm not going to deliberately lie to you. And if I get it wrong, I'll try to correct it. I've retracted things. I've restated. I had it wrong. Now I got more information. I'll. And even if you don't agree with stuff that I'm saying, know that I'm saying this honestly. There's no corporation funding me this. There's nobody telling me, oh, don't say that. Don't say, oh, one of our sponsors. You fund this show. I'm viewer funded. Without you, I can't do this show. So please support it in whatever way you can and shave your knuckles for justice. Hello, 141 likes. Hit the like button. Thought you guys liked that trucker photo. A lot of drivers in my bloodline. I work at a boutique hotel. The wealthy use their children as shields from their shitty behavior towards service workers. Yeah, God. I know. I know. Let's enter some super chats, folks. Hit the like button. 153 likes. Hit the like button. Big Kale 2020. Dan Alfs. Shave your knuckles for justice, Dan. Have you heard about the Green Party corruption? Hashtag clean the greens is trending on leftist Twitter. Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, Green Party. Why is there corruption in this little party that has no power? The Green Party, I've had so many problems. I mean, I love Jill Stein. I've had her on this show. I've gotten behind a couple other Greens that were running, but this is what the Green Party, infighting about Howie Hawkins that nobody knows or cares about? Come on, man. The Green Party should have been focusing on getting locals elected at every level, especially school boards, city councils. They should just be flooding city councils with Green members. That's what the Green Party should be doing. Instead, they're arguing over this corruption, and it's just like, nobody knows who Howie Hawkins is. He's never going to be president. So get some shit done. Look what Kshama Sawant is doing in Seattle. Get that done. Get people like that to run as Greens and get city councils to get there and start defunding the police. And get really lefty policies in place on a local level. Instead of having some stupid infighting for... it's so dumb. Schulte 100, shave your knuckles for justice. I can't send more. YouTube has me on a $2 max. Seriously. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know about that. There we go. Anthony, shave your knuckles for justice. Detroit PD driving car 175031 ran us over 2 days ago at 40 miles an hour. City shielding its identity, claims protesters instigated vehicular manslaughter attempt. Oh, wow. Thanks, Anthony, for telling us that information. If anybody in the Detroit area has any more, has any video footage or anything like that, send it our way. Detroit PD driving car 175031 ran us over 2 days ago at 40 miles an hour. Jesus, these cops are out of their minds. Part of the problem in the Green Party in Illinois is you have to be a dues-paying member to vote in the primaries. Yeah. Yes, we need to grow food close to all major cities. Tired of seeing food shipped to Vermont from California. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. If you have a backyard, start growing your own food, man. Get some permaculture going. Like, that's what we need to do. Kashama is doing fine as a socialist. Yeah, exactly. So I just sort of like, if the Green Party is going to have infighting, then I'm done. I just like, just run as a socialist, and just run in your own city council. You know, that's what you got to do. Hit the like button, hit the like button, like button. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. So we've seen a lot of videos come out from the last month. It's been a month since the first week of the George Floyd protest, but here's a video of a CNN reporter getting arrested by the Minneapolis Police Department. Like, he's literally sitting there doing his broadcast. He's talking to the cops, where do you want us to go? We'll go wherever you want us to go. Just tell us where you want us to go. And the cop, it's unbelievable. This is how crazy it's gotten. This is how crazy it's gotten. Which is why you would think when this starts happening, gee, CNN, how come you haven't been more vocal in support of Julian Assange and Chelsea Manning? You think you're immune to this shit? No, you're not.
Yep. We've got one person being arrested here. We've got... We're the media? Yep, we're good. Yep. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. They had us here. We're speaking with State Patrol right now. Give us a second, guys. We can move back to where you'd like. We can move back to where you'd like here. We are live on the air at the moment. This is the four of us. We are one team. Just put us back where you want us. We are getting out of your way, so just let us know. Wherever you'd want us, we will go. We are just getting out of your way when you're advancing through the intersection. So just let us know, and we got you. And this is a scene here playing out in Minneapolis. This is
a reporter.
Part of the advanced police presence that we saw come over the course of really minutes when the local police showed up at the fire department, or with the fire department, I should say, on that building we showed you that was burning. This is among the State Patrol unit that was advancing up the street, saying and scattering the protesters at that point for people to clear the area. And so we walked away.
This guy can't wait to beat the shit out of somebody.
I'm sorry? You're under arrest. Okay. Do you mind telling me why I'm under arrest, sir? Why am I under arrest, sir? Officer's with CNN and he's on the air right now.
Gee, he's black. Huh. Interesting. Press badge? They're live. This was a live broadcast. And look at all these Nazis. Look at them. Oh, is this Venezuela? This is how Maduro treats journalists in Venezuela. No, it's Minneapolis. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Look at this. He's a reporter. You heard him. Where do you want me to go? Where do you need me to go? We'll set up wherever you guys want us to. And they arrest him. On live camera.
I'm about there, guys. We were just out here reporting the closure of the streets. They just, Omar was just arrested. I believe they're about to, we're all about to be arrested. That's our producer.
They're arresting the whole team.
I'm probably going to be taken in a minute. We were just, like I said, just reporting on the closure.
They just arrested CNN's team.
Guys, why are you arresting us? I mean, we're just passing along the message, your message. We're just out here doing our job as well as you are. Can you tell me what are you under arrest? Okay. I'm being arrested now. Can I put the camera down?
For what? They arrested the whole camera crew. Look at these. If this happened in Russia, people would be like, oh my God, Putin is so totalitarian. He's so authoritarian. No, this is America. And these cops are CNN. I mean, these reporters are CNN, so they'll push the narrative of the police department. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just waiting to tee somebody up. Where do you want us to go? If the cops would have said, I need you guys off of this street, they would have said, okay. That's Minneapolis PD. The same police department that murdered George Floyd. One cop on his knee, 8 minutes, 45 seconds, 3 cops watched. This was live on CNN, like May 27th, somewhere in there. That first week of the protests. Look at this. No explanation. Why are we being arrested? You're being arrested. What did we do? Why are we being arrested? We're the press. And that's CNN. So I had Fiorella from Convo Couch on here. They were shot at with rubber bullets.
Yep. We've got one person being arrested here.
And this was that same week. Now this is Santa Monica. So do you think we're not in a police state? Look, it's all quieted down a little bit. It has it? You don't think they can ramp this up real quick again? That's the California National Guard. They were in Santa Monica for a week. Week and a half. The last time I saw this much military vehicles and equipment and stuff flying over my head was when I did a comedy tour in Iraq. This is against the Constitution. That my uncles fought fascists. My uncles fought fascists in World War II. This is against the Constitution. Okay, CNN. Really? You didn't stick up for Julian Assange? You didn't stick up for Serena Shim? Anybody know who Serena Shim is? She's an American reporter who worked for Press TV that uncovered that the United States was shipping ISIS members through American bases in Turkey into Iraq and Syria. She uncovered that. Oh, and she had a mysterious car accident. No one ever investigated it. Everyone got bent out of shape about Khashoggi, but even that was just more like hand-wringing with no action because Khashoggi was murdered by the Saudis, who we still do business with. This is what happens when you don't have a free society, folks. This is what a authoritarian country, America is an authoritarian country. And everyone's so quick to give up their rights. Oh, for terrorists, the Patriot Act. Sure, take my rights away. Go ahead. Oh, take press freedom away. It's okay. And when Trump is just like fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, this is what happens. Fox News, you should be appalled that a CNN reporter got arrested. I'm Julian. Hi, I'm Julian Assange. I give private information on corporations and government to you for free, and the media calls me a criminal. Now they're trying to say there's new charges from the Department of Justice. Say, he's a hacker. No, he's not. He's a publisher. Just like Ben Bradley of the Washington Post, who published the Pentagon Papers in the 70s. Did they put him in jail? Hi, I'm Mark Zuckerberg. I give your private information to corporations and government for money, and the media called me Man of the Year. Free Julian Assange. So that journalist, that CNN, Julian Assange is in prison. That CNN guy got arrested. And Ghislaine Maxwell is free. Why don't those fucking cops go get a goddamn billionaire sex trafficking pedophile? Why don't you do that? Can anyone find me a photo of a cop with their knee on the neck of a billionaire? How come the Clintons haven't been arrested? How come Trump hasn't been arrested? William Barr is a piece of shit. Don't give me your QAnon nonsense that Trump is some sort of secret hero. No, Trump is part of the billionaire pedophile sex trafficking ruling class, along with the Clintons and Biden and Prince Andrew. That's why nothing's getting done. That's why she walks free and he's in prison. So when you let this journalist, mainstream media journalist, when you let this happen and you weren't screaming bloody murder, everybody, Sean Hannity, Rachel Maddow, all of you paid jackwagons, you corporate sellouts, you 7-8-figure maggots, you should have been screaming about this. Because if you don't think you can't get arrested, they just proved it. Minneapolis police just said, nah, we can come get you. Why is she free? You should be screaming about this. This should be an outrage that she's still up, but Prince Andrew is still out there. She was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding 2 years after she settled out of court for being a pedophile and a rapist. Virginia Roberts, in a sworn deposition, said this. She was at Chelsea Clinton's wedding. So wake up, neoliberals. Clinton was on the plane. Bill Clinton was on the plane 26 times. Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Hillary was on twice. Bill and Hillary were at his compound in New Mexico numerous times, and she was at their daughter's wedding. And yet she walks free and he's in jail. Chelsea Manning was in jail for 7 years thanks to Obama and tortured in prison. A transgender whistleblower vet. Your whole system's bullshit. Your whole system's bullshit. You Trump supporters, you're full of shit that you're letting this happen. And you neoliberal, we love the Democrats and Obama and the Clintons, you're full of shit. You're all full of shit. Thanks for watching the show. I'm just giving it this. I didn't make any of this up. I'm just telling it to you because the corporate media won't tell it. Fox won't tell you this. Fox is full of shit. They're a bunch of idiots over there. MSNBC's a bunch of morons. CNN's idiots. I'm not happy the CNN guy got arrested. It's a little funny. That's what happens when you don't. Because the old saying, first they came for the journalists, then I don't know what happened after that. See, when they arrested a film crew, the camera just dropped. We didn't get any information. We don't know anything that Minneapolis police was doing. We were given nothing. Do you see how that worked? And you better believe the Minneapolis police well knew that it was live. They knew it was CNN. That was a flex. That was muscle flexing. That was a show of force. We can arrest whoever we want, whenever we want. This is a police state. Hey, viewer at home, CNN viewer at home, stay home. Because if you come out and exercise your First Amendment right, we'll arrest you. We're America's police department. That's what that message was. You speak out, you go to prison. You rape children and sell them so billionaires profit, you walk free. Yay, America. Round up the ruling class. Round them up. Round up Trump, round up the Clintons, round up the Obamas, round up Biden, round up the Bushes, round up Jeff Bezos, round up Les Wexner, who's a pedophile. Round them all up. Round them all up. Round them all up. Thanks for watching the show. Boom. 194 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't John Pilger Australian? Speaking of that, we're missing Annabelle and Sam Dania. Bernie or guillotine. Shave your knuckles for justice. Vote by mail is a distraction. If our phones are secure enough to hold our personal banking info in a bank system, it's secure vote. Yeah. The technology exists for us to be able to vote from our phones or our laptops anywhere in the world through a secure portal. That technology exists. There's no way they can tell me it doesn't. It's such nonsense. Olaf is a shark. Shave your knuckles for justice, Olaf. You know the worst part about this is that the CNN journalist will probably still shill for the police the next day. Oh, yeah, of course. He'll probably come on and go, well, the police were just doing their jobs and they just wanted to keep the area safe, so I willingly was arrested to help. Unreal that journalist, they all just let it happen. Has that journalist, I don't know what the fallout from that has been, but has that journalist like gone online and said this is bullshit? Or do they just go, oh, no, we support our police? Unbelievable. Jim Garrison, boom, shave your knuckles for justice. Here's a 10 spot, Graham. Here's 10 knuckles that need to be shaved, boom, for justice, Jim. Thanks for supporting the show, folks. 206 likes. When you support the show, like Jim and everybody has done, I get to keep doing this. Jackwagon Bugstick 2020. Hospitalizations are spiking, getting really high in some places. That's what needs to be looked at. Yeah. I can't even buy a super chat. Why not? Oh, because money's tight. DNC can't rig the elections if we vote by phone, so that won't happen. Yeah, I know. Indian lives matter. Yeah, of course. Black lives matter doesn't mean anybody else's lives matter less. Melissa H. What's up, Melissa? Shave your knuckles for justice. Boom, 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 boom. All right, folks. I think those are the 3 segments I had. Yeah, they are, folks. Yeah, they are. Boom, boom, boom. Just writing some stuff down for the citizens of Gotham. Boom, 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 boom. Shithole nation indeed. Are you up for hosting a Ventura-a-thon? If Jesse Ventura runs, which sounds like he'll do, I don't know, yeah. We'll see what happens. I would. I'd love to interview him on the show. J.H. Scott 6, shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you, Graham, and thank you for calling out QAnon as well. Yeah, I can't listen to QAnon's not. They get like some stuff right, but then this literal nonsense that like Trump is the savior is like ridiculous. They sound just as crazy as the people that think they won't call out Obama or the Clintons. It's just so dumb. It's just like so hard to watch and listen to. Just get off of this team shit. My team, your team. Like this, it's such a stupid, only a dumb, fat-headed America would people take it personally when a candidate or a party that they support, when someone calls out their crimes and they just like, no. It's like 5-year-olds. Like, when I was a big Bernie supporter. I did numerous, and people would point out on this show, Graham, he's voted for these wars. And I'd go, you're right. I wouldn't go, hey, because I know how I'm not a dummy, and I can tell the difference between a smear like, oh, whatever, Bernie's a socialist, communist, whatever. That's ridiculous. Versus a legitimate criticism of his voting record. That's a legitimate criticism. It's like these candidates and these parties, these political parties, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care. So for you to take it personally when somebody criticizes him, Trump does not give a shit about you. Joe Biden doesn't give a shit about you. The Clintons don't care about you. The Obamas, the Bushes, none of them give a shit about you. They don't care. So for anyone to take that personally is dumb. It's like professional athletes. You think these millionaire athletes give a damn about you? I remember when I was younger, I used to get all worked up watching the game. And finally, like I remember I was getting like my wisdom teeth out, and this oral surgeon, who was probably a good 10, 15 years older than me, was like, who gives a shit? Why do you care? Did any member of the Chicago Bears like go nuts when I lost my home? When I had to file for bankruptcy and foreclosure, did any of them, did the Cubs get, oh my God, damn it, they're screwing? No. When a TV show I was on got canceled, did any of them lose their shit? No. They don't care. It's entertainment. Sports is entertainment. Hollywood movies and TV shows, it's just entertainment. They don't give a shit. The ruling class doesn't give a shit about you. The billionaires really don't give a shit about you. And the politicians that they own don't give a shit about you. They don't care. They don't care about any of us. So for you to get bent out of shape because I point out the fact that Kamala Harris put 120,000 black men behind bars is dumb. You're like a 5-year-old that's mad because I don't like the same kind of ice cream you like. Liz Warren doesn't care about you. None of them. Mike Pence doesn't care about you. None of them care about you. None of them. Jeff Bezos doesn't give a shit. Elon Musk doesn't give a shit about you. Mark Zuckerberg doesn't give a shit about you. The NRA doesn't give a shit about you. AIPAC doesn't give a shit about you. None of them care at all. They only care about money and power. Wake the fuck up. Boom. Eric Holman, shave your knuckles for justice. You think cockroach for Biden is the equivalent of a normal person's jailbait? That's funny, Eric. Oh God, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Yes, probably. Oh, hold on. Let's make sure I got. Olaf is a shark. Shave your knuckles for justice, Olaf. Jesse Ventura was on Jimmy Dore's show, and he said he would not run unless he was on the ballot, so vote for him. Oh. All right. Write him in. Good to know. I think I might write in Jesse. I was thinking about, maybe I'll write in Bernie, but Bernie quit. Bernie quit on us. He quit on me. He quit on all of us, so I'm not going to write him in. He doesn't want to be president. He quit. Jonas Levinson. Shave your knuckles for justice, Jonas. I can only see unicorns and love everywhere. Testing if my super chest gets passed. Yes, it did. Yes, Jonas. I'm glad you see unicorns and love everywhere. Everywhere. Thank you for supporting the show. I'm glad I gave up on pro sports. Best decision I made in my 20s so I could focus on important shit. Yeah, man. And since I started doing this show, since I cover a lot of intense stuff and I need a break, I can't just sit there and read the news and Epstein and I'll go nuts. So I look at sports just as like, oh, cool. It's an entertainment thing. It's a distraction. I don't get that mad. I don't get that worked up. It's fun. I like going to live sporting events with my buddies because you have a good time. You sit and you joke, you BS, you watch the game. It's a nice distraction. But there's nothing to get that, my team. It's these big corporations. It's rollerball, man. They don't care. They showed Bernie the Zapruder film. Yeah. Ventura has 8 delegates. There is a chance for him to get the nomination. Oh, okay. Yeah, sports is a weapon of mass distraction. That's another reason why I watch it in small bites. And I'll, the sports talk debate shows, man, are those to get you distracted. oh, watch the team, that team win. Oh, that was a cool play. These are amazing athletes. I love watching them. It's cool. Take a break from stuff. But getting all worked up, do you see what that guy said about that guy on that Twitter? And is that guy going to be traded? You know, it's fucking soap opera, man. It's Real Housewives of bullshit town, you know? I'm one of those American weirdos that like soccer. Yeah, I love soccer too. The women's NWSL, the National Women's Soccer, North America, whatever, NASL, I can't remember what it is. They started their tournament. The women's soccer, I was watching it on some CBS thing. They're playing in Utah. They're playing like a round robin tournament thing, which is cool. I love soccer. I love the MLS. I love watching the European leagues. Obviously, those are the best. I love the World Cup. I'm excited for this MLS tournament. It'll be fun. It'll be a nice distraction. When I need a break, I'll watch a little sports. It's a fun distract. You got to just, it's like small doses, kitty cat. I focus on my family and my job. Right. Jesse would, he would body Trump, and Jesse would be great on the debate stage with those guys. That would be awesome. If they let Jesse Ventura on the stage I would be so great. Rocket Mortgage Golf PGA Classic is something having to do with at my job. Yeah, the whole corporate thing with pro sports is tough to watch, but 220 likes, folks. Hit the like button. It's a little bit funny. This song's for you. Everybody. Yabba dabba dee boo daboo. This sounds silly, but when I'm mentally at my worst, you always seem to have a live stream to distract me. Oh, Nick, thank you for saying that. Somebody said, move to the center of the stream. I can't see both your vegan guns. Boom, 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 boom. Nick, yeah, man. I feel conversely similarly. Like when today wasn't one of those days, but I've had plenty of days recently where I'm just like, I'm at home, like, and even part of me is like, I don't want to do the live stream. I just can't handle. I'm stuck in this apartment. I'm going nuts. The world's falling apart. And I do the live stream and I feel better. I love hearing your guys' questions and the discussions we have. Even the debates are interesting. And I feel we always laugh about something, and I feel better doing the show. So I'm glad it makes you feel better to watch it. It matters. This, before the pandemic, if you guys remember, I was going live maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times. And when the pandemic hit, I started going live 5 days a week. And partially because I lost all my road dates and I needed to make up financially. And it's been a little bit of a struggle, but I've been gaining. April was good and May was good and June is, because of course YouTube is screwing with me and throttling me again. But, it's also good for my mental health to do this show 5 days a week and have people like Ron on and Lee Camp and Fiorella and doing Nico's show, and all that stuff has really helped me. It's really helped me not lose my shit, because I was just in my apartment alone, just like, and I prefer the live stream because it's like interactive. Before, and I don't know why I didn't do this before, but because the video call of it. Before, when I would just do segment, shoot stuff and then post it, and then I'd go live twice a week or whatever, it was cool, but this is better. I like this format because we get to interact every day. We get to talk every day. I get to answer your questions, and I do some segments that then I cut up. So the segments I've done today, those will drop tomorrow. I love that I'm dropping 3 segments a day and going live. And it's cool, man. So I'm glad it's helping you because it's helping me. Marshall Mathers for Senate. Yeah, I'm glad this helps everybody. It's we're a community of people that are mainly, we're all mostly lefty progressives, and I know there's some libertarians who come on the show, and even conservatives come on the show to hear what it's about, because I just want the world to be a better place, and I think the solutions are pretty obvious, especially since they've been stifling socialism for 100 years or more. Yeah. So thanks for supporting what I do. It's awesome. George Allen, shave your knuckles for justice. With everything that's going on in our country, mainstream media is all Russiagate. Also, great segment on the dangerous violinist scram. If we let violinists take over our streets, it will be unsafe. They will just play their music and we'll all go insane. So thank God riot cops showed up at a peaceful violin vigil for a young kid that they murdered earlier in the week. Fantastic. Yeah. I'm glad. Oh, fucking nuts. Us talking about the corruption in the Green Party is the same as you talking about the DNCs, with the exception that we actually have a chance to get rid of it in the Greens. Okay, go for it and get rid of it if you want to. I'm all for it. I just I hope. I've just seen too much of the Green Party. I hope to fix it. Get in within that party. I've voted Green numerous times. I've never been a Green Party member. But like, it just seems like fix it. And like the problem I've had with the Green Party, and I've said this before, is like a great example is when Ron and I were going on the road for the last, year and a half, almost 2 years before the shutdown, of doing the Progressive Comedy Tour. And in every city, we would reach out to Greens, Movement for a People's Party, the DSA, progressive candidates, and we would invite them. And some of these organizations already followed Ron and I, so they were like, hey, we want to set up a table. The Movement for People's Party was fucking on it, man. Like in almost every city. Veterans for Peace came out. We had this cool socialist bookstore in San Francisco set up a table, and they were selling books like Lee Camp's book and Bullet Points and Punchlines. And in so many cities, the Green Party, we'd email them, reach out to them, and we wouldn't even hear a response. Some cities they showed up. But one time a guy said to Ron in an email, he goes, oh, that's when I go to yoga class. And this is the problem I've had with the Green Party long before 2016. I like their concept. I like their platform. But so often they don't actually, there's too many people within the Green Party on all these some local ones, chapters, or people are fired up and getting it done, but they just sort of like, it's this token gesture. Like, well, I'm a Green. I'm done with the Democrats, so I'm a Green. But they don't really want to sit and go like, how do we get in power? How do we get Greens in power? And I've said this 1,000 goddamn times. Get Greens on the city council. Get Greens. I mean, we had a Green on the Santa Monica City Council. I was like, awesome. But do more of that. It should be like, this is our goal nationwide. Get on every city council. Get Greens on every city council, every school, everyone. In the state assemblies, just all of them. Just flood it. Spend our money there. And, they got close with Kenneth Mejia. But even that campaign, I heard had a bunch of, so I'm just not seeing any sort of cohesive strategy. And then when I hear that there's infighting and corruption within, all right, man, it's like, fuck. I hope you can fix it. I hope you can reform the Green Party, but I just see it's like they want to act like a regular party, and they're even doing it all the way to the point of being corrupt. I don't get it. I don't get it. Green Party might be a grift. Yeah, I mean, it might be too. Like, exactly set up. They just put private intelligence people in there to keep it distracted and infighting. That could very well be the case. I mean, that's what they do. That's what private intelligence does. Pat the Batman fan. Shaver Knuckles for Justice. Good thing this is all an alien experiment, huh? You got it, Pat. Thanks, Chad. I'm voting for Graham in November, someone I trust. You want to write me in? I would gladly serve as your president. Never had any aspirations to be a politician or be president, but if a bunch of people voted for me and I was legitimately became president, I would be president. And I'd be better than these two jackasses. I tell you that much. I'd put Americans to work. I'd give everybody money and health care and free college tuition. I'd round up all the billionaires. I'd jail all the bankers. And I would keep Guantanamo Bay open just for Ghislaine Maxwell and her gang. I would keep Gitmo open just for them. We're getting the 106 million independents who didn't vote in 2020. Yeah, if a Green Party or Movement for People's Party, that's such a ripe, like, crop to harvest is all of these people who feel completely disenfranchised by the political system. But having bickering infight with Howie Hawkins and all this, that's, the Greens should be getting on city councils in red states and showing like red state farmers, hey, we're actually here to help you. We can make your life better. That's what they should be doing. This notion they keep trying to like get other Democratic votes. Screw the vote any blue will too crowd. Fuck them. They don't know what they got their head up their ass. Go to the people that don't vote. Get them. All right, folks, let's find a song, wrap it up, sing it down, bang, bang, boom. 230 likes. Oh, thank you, everybody. Huff that paint. You'd be Kennedy'd within 12 months. Sorry, but that in America. Yeah. Well, those are the only two. The only Irish Catholic that's ever been president was JFK. They whacked him, and Bobby, they killed him just for trying. Jesse said to write him in, yeah. All right, let's find a song to sing. Come on now. Take care, Adam. Rocket Man. Okay, you got it. As Shatner. Thank you, Melissa. I love all of you. I really appreciate that when you all show the support. It's cool. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Oh, computer's working slow. Here we go, kids. Hit the like button. Go to patreon.com to support the show or rockfin.com to support the show, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm completely viewer funded.
Oh, we love our new home.
It's great.
Here comes a commercial. These kids are going to say something to us.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
Now, please don't do what I'm going to do here by skipping this ad. Don't do this to my channel.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
She packed my bags last night pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space on such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round to find I'm not the man they think at all. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out a fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time, Spock, till touchdown brings me around to find I'm not the man they think I am at all. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out a fuse up here alone. Mars ain't the place to raise a kid. In fact, it's cold as hell. And there's no one there to raise them. If you did. And all this science, Spock, I don't understand. It's just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man. A rocket man. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at all. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out a fuse up here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round to find I'm not the man they think I am at all. No, 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 Mr. Scott. I'm a rocket man.
Rocket Man. Oh, the screen froze.
It's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. I'm sorry, folks, that I didn't realize the screen froze. Oh boy, when you do this alone and there's no producer in the room, you really have to try to figure some stuff out yourself. Hold on a quick sec, folks. I'm gonna try to fix this real quick.
We love our new home.
It's great. The HOA has been very involved.
These shrubs aren't board approved.
At least Geico makes bundling our home and car insurance easy.
2 inches over regulation.
Thanks, Cynthia.
For bundling made easy, go to Geico.
Hello, could you still hear me? All right, here we go. We're back. All right. Thank you so much for letting me do that section of the show. I love Rocket Man. I love singing it as Shatner. If you haven't, go to YouTube right now and search William Shatner sings Rocket Man. It was at the 1978 Sci-Fi Awards. It's fantastic. So some of the things I was just doing, that's where Shatner karaoke comes from, is that, and also his album Transformed Man. Please listen to that. It'll make your life better. So thank you everybody for supporting the show. Thank you for all the people who donated the super chat. Again, go to a great way to support the show. Go to GrahamElwood.com. You can get my DVD live from Afghanistan, where I'm doing stand-up comedy in military bases in Afghanistan. It's only $15. It's on sale, free shipping. $15 too for Earbuds, the podcasting documentary. These are both DVDs. I'll autograph them for you. Free shipping. I ship with the United States Post Office, which is union labor, and I use packaging made from recycled materials. You're supporting a small business owner. You're supporting union labor, and it's a great way to support the show. Excuse me, $15. I have political vigilante shirts. I have the Comedy Film Nerd Guide to Movies. If you like movies and funny movie reviews, the Comedy Film Nerd Guide to Movies. These are all products available at GrahamElwood.com. Also is my PayPal button. If you want to just do a one-time donation, that's super cool. I have a P.O. box. If you don't want to use credit cards, some of you like to stay off the grid, and you want to just mail me a check or something, people have done that, and that my P.O. box is on GrahamElwood.com. Support the show any and all ways. I really appreciate it. And of course, make sure you're subscribed. They are stifling my subscriptions. Literally, they're unsubscribing people. It's a crime. So make sure you haven't been unsubscribed, and go to Patreon, Rockfin, all those ways. Support me on social media and all that. I really, really appreciate it. I love doing the show. I'll be back again live tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, 5 nights a week. Remember, you're making Gotham great again. And shave your knuckles for justice. Because I'm a rocket man. And I think it's